Uh-oh. The Argentina facility's been destroyed.
Way to go.
Sorry, I didn't mean to do it.
Who cares about Mars? Mars isn't Earth.
Well, how generic would it be if we were actually on Earth?
Well, aren't we on Earth now? Oh, no, we were on Mars.
No, this is hell on Mars.
Oh, okay.
See, we're dealing with the manifestation of hell from anywhere. We can dive into hell from any location.
Oh, hey.
I mean, you know, there's got to be a liable hell portal, maybe a few sacrifices on the side. You never know.
Trillions of dollars of research went into this, you see.
Yes. Yes. Because, you know, planet's dying, probably, and we need an energy source, so why not dive right into hell?
Right.
Like, the nicest place that you can go to for energy.
Yeah, hell's just such a ruddy-duddy place, isn't it?
I mean, it's the happiest place on Earth.
If anything, I'd say it's a bit twee.
You just... Yeah, let's go into Disneyland. Oh, look! That's not Mickey Mouse, that's a cacodemon. Oh, shit!
Take my picture!
Quick before he chews my face off! Sorry about this, we're going off the beaten path to get some secrets. Look at that guy. What's he doing? Huh.
Oh shit, he's found the secrets! Run! Ah!
I thought we hid him in a good place! The overlords at id aren't gonna like this!
Oh no! My one-of-a-kind SK-2000 model!
Hello?
I can't grab it, though!
Oh shit. I canceled out the animation, damn it. Well, that's what it gets for not being picked up.
He beat it with his gun, and then it just went right into his pocket. He's a madman! Ah!
All shall fear the Doom guy and his treatment of limited edition figures.
You know those realistic adventure games? You know, like Your Life is Strange, Your Walking Dead, Your Telltale Batmans, and all that?
Mm-hmm.
See, I like to think that the person you're always playing with has a special mental condition. Adventure game protagonist syndrome.
Where everything happens to only them, or...
Symptoms include walking around aimlessly and awkwardly, looking into every drawer, turning on every light, never closing doors. Sometimes repeating dialogue and asking the same questions.
Where do I go from here?
I first came up with this when I played Gone Home for the first time.
Can't you beat Gone Home in like 10 minutes?
1 minute.
Really?
I have.
Wow!
It's easy.
Is it like go upstairs or just know the combination from a previous playthrough?
Know where to go, know what to do, you know exactly where to go.
That's hilarious.
Here's what you do. First, you just go, you appear on your porch, you go left, get the key, unlock the door, then you go beside the stairs, you get the thing, you do the thing, then you go upstairs, and there you go, end of the game.
Thank you for being somewhat vague. I'm hoping people don't see this as a spoiler. I'll put a spoiler tag anyway.
I like Gone Home because it kind of sticks with you, you know? It's maybe not be the most exciting game, but it certainly sticks with you a bit.
Okay.
Occupies my mind more than most other walking simulators do.
I'm actually in need of a good kind of adventure game. I haven't played one in a long time. The best I've played is a Walking Dead. Like, one episode of The Walking Dead. And I really liked it.
Wolf Among Us. Try that one out, too.
Isn't that like the fairy tale one? Or all the fairy tale creatures come to life or whatever?
Yeah, yes, and it's amazing.
Okay. That's a Telltale too, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a telltale sign that I'll like it.
Have you played Walking Dead Season 2?
No, I need to go get The Walking Deads. I'm so behind.
Better than Season 1.
And Season 1 was already really good.
See, it was already really good.
God, Telltale, where would we be without you?
Like, I got the first game, playing it without being invested to anybody. Just, you know, I'm just gonna do what I want. Fuck it. Who cares? I don't care about anybody. They're gonna die anyway. By, Season 2. Oh god, I gotta look up and see what makes sure that this person doesn't die. Oh my god.
Where's the best route? Where's the best route? That guy, he's a shithead, but I want him to survive.
But again, all those games have people who suffer from adventure game protagonist syndrome.
No, so walking around and going like, what should I do with this?
It's like opening up your drawer, and then grabbing something, and then just kind of looking at it and turning it in your fingers, just looking at every detail. And if it doesn't zoom in, or if you don't hear a tone, then back it goes, and then you put it back. Well, maybe there was something else in there, because you're looking around the room and you gotta find something else. You find this other thing, and that doesn't do anything either. Then you close it, then you realize you can grab one of the things. So I open up the drawer again, and then you grab the thing, and you close the door again, you realize it's the wrong thing, drawer opens up again. Then you grab the other thing, and close the door. There you go. Now you figured out how to make electricity.
Have you ever gotten to the point in any of your adventure games, because you play them more than I do, have you gotten to the point where there's an item, like, right in plain sight, but you can't pick it up yet until the story advances?
Yeah, I've already played Apollo Justice.
I knew you were going to bring that up, but I was hoping there was a different example. Okay, fine.
Yeah, that was my example.
I'm meaning, more better ones that have come out recently.
Oh, hey! Look at this important earpiece on the floor that occurred right after a murder. You know, I think I'll leave it there. And then it turns out we needed the earpiece. And then the second chapter comes along. Oh, hey look, an earpiece. I'm gonna put that right in my pocket. It might come in handy later.
Why didn't I pick that up before? God, I'm an idiot!
But no. I had to make sure I picked up the fucking postcard first.
Yeah, I can't excuse that. Even though I do like Apollo Justice, I can't excuse that.
Check this. Get your 3DS. Go to the eShop. You can get Ace Attorney 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6.
Basically, everyone just says, the only ones you need, thank you very much.
Yeah, that's about right. That's the only ones you need. Unless you really like Apollo Justice, in which case, I don't know what to tell you.
I'm a failure! I actually do like that game.
I don't see how, man.
It has some really good moments in it, but the pacing is really off. Like, there are some points where I'm just going, alright, I got it. I know where to go. Can we get there, please? No? Okay.
Then for the fourth case, I was like, alright, you think that, alright, you got it all taken care of? Are you getting comfortable with everything? Alright, let's switch everything up and give you a brand new gameplay style that never appeared in the series before or since.
Like I'm saying, pacing is all over the place and it's crap. But I really like the last case. That's the thing that made me go, okay, I consider this a good game. Because I really like those last moments. But getting to it, that was obnoxious.
But nope, Shu Takumi was like, whoa, well, you know, I was trying to make it so that apologizes with the main character, and all that shit. Yeah. And now I'm gonna go make a fucking Gakuten Saibon game that has Watson as an 8-year-old girl because I don't know what the fuck English fucking literature is. I gotta put everything through the fucking Moe filter. It's Watson's little girl, she's gotta squirt, Moe, Zettai Yoiki, all the works.
I'm just thinking, people love it when I shift paradigms in my games. We already had a character that took over for Phoenix Wright and he became a bum. That's alright. So let's go ahead and change the paradigm again.
It'd be like if you made Murasaki Shikibu an idol.
Oh dear.
Murasaki Shikibu is the author of The Tale of Genji, who lived in 1000 AD.
Thank you for the clarification. Post-text, you actually have a bit of a break. You don't have to bring up that one. I'll leave it to the Japanese master, alright?
Master.
That was an epic tale, wasn't it?
Oh yes, one of the first epics even.
I was about to say, you told me about that story one time, and I was fascinated by how you were explaining it, but I couldn't remember if it was a series of short stories or if it was a long tale.
It was a long tale. It's called The Tale of Genji, after all.
Oh, that makes it way too obvious.
One of the first novels of human history.
Really?
Yeah, I have another book called As I Crossed a Bridge of Dreams, sometimes referred to as the Sarashina Nikki. And that is a diary of another lady in waiting to an empress who used to read Genji all the time. And she'd like say, "Oh, I'm always so excited to get a brand new chapter of Tale of Genji. My assistant brings in all that. And it's just wonderful. I wish I could find someone as cool as Genji." And I'm thinking, "Oh my God, she's a Tumblr girl before Tumblr was even a thing."
Oh God, They started him off early!
She avoids responsibility and just goes on pilgrimages all the time.
And then she complains about Undertale in her spare time. Hell, fuck that game, am I right? No, but that sounds cool. Was it before the tellings of Homer in the Odyssey?
I don't believe so.
Okay,
But I think literature was a bit different back then, because the Odyssey was dictated, and sometimes it's sometimes told rather than kept in writing, Yeah,
because that was a story that kept being passed on from person to person, and they would just expel the entire story without stopping and without changing it. And yours is actually a written tale.
Yeah, it was actually written on paper by the hand of a woman. Very big, in fact.
Well, yeah, I could see that, because, I'm not going to speak for the olden times, but, women, not so many things doing as men. You know what I'm saying?
All the men held the political power, and all the women held the literary power.
Do you think there were more passages written by women than men?
Probably because they had more time.
Well, okay.
Saying not like a sexist, but I mean they had more time because again, men had all the political power. They had to go fight the wars and travel and do delegations at this place over here and all that. And a lot of the women, more like the ladies in waiting, those are really a lot of the big writers in the Heian era. Mm-hmm. Those are the ones who would write a whole bunch of stuff. Another writer, Sei Shonagon, my personal favorite out of the three, just because I feel I identify with her a lot more. She wrote a book called The Pillow Book, which is really just a whole bunch of passages and just a whole bunch of just stuff she's thinking about, just stuff I like on a sunny day, stuff I feel like when spring comes rolling around, stuff like that. And it was really popular.
I'm just thinking that sounds like the ultimate chill book. It's just like going by, have a little stream of consciousness going on there. And you're just thinking, yeah, I can get behind this. This is cool.
There's a whole lot of wisdom in the Pillow Book, too. For example, in life, there are two things which are dependable. The pleasures of flesh and the pleasures of literature.
Oh, okay. So is that being seen as, you need real-life pleasure as far as, pleasure of the skin and other people, and then you can have literature to be your escapism?
No, it's like you can always depend on people fucking and people loving books.
Oh, okay.
I see it a bit more bluntly, a bit more of a modern twist
yeah,
to a lot of these.
I was just about to say, you're a bit more of a modern man.
I'm a modernist, I'm a neo-futurist, what can I say?
Oh, that sounds really cool. Is she, has she written more than that, or is it just, the one-and-done thing?
It's about the one-and-done thing. I mean, you didn't write a whole lot, back then. Especially because the Pillow Book is kind of bloody huge.
There's no, abridged version, it's just literally everything she ever wrote.
Yeah, but I don't think that... Well, again, there may be some things that didn't survive, may be some things she wrote on scrap paper that she just kind of pitched out, but the Pillow Book is a collection of her writings, because the Genji Monogatari, Tale of Genji, that's huge. That's 52 chapters, and I have an unabridged copy of it, actually. It's one of my prized possessions, actually.
Oh my
It's just this huge fucking... gigantic fucking book.
Yes, I need a bit of light reading, brings out a gigantic tome. Whoop poof! Alright! Go ahead and read.
That's the one that brings up conversations, I'll tell you what.
So what's that gigantic book back there? Well, let me tell you about it. Some good reading right here.
Alright, well I'm gonna go ahead and break this Heian women writers tangent, one of my favorite things I studied in college, with another quote from Sei Shonagon. A man who has nothing in particular to recommend him discusses all sorts of subjects at random as if he knew everything.
Oh my god. That's... read that one more time. Let me make sure I understand it.
Okay, 1 second. I just closed the tab that had it open.
Sorry.
So I reopen that, and, yes. Fuck.
Well, instead of looking it up again, let me take your interpretation. It might be similar to mine.
Okay. Oh, okay, go ahead. I found it, though.
No, I was
the man
about
who
to
has
say...
nothing in particular recommended discusses all sorts of subjects at random as you post-text go.
So, what is your interpretation of that quote? What do you see as, the bigger meaning? What's your, in blunt terms?
He who knows much says nothing. He who says much knows nothing.
So, basically, one, either shit talkers, or two, people who say more than they think they know, which is pretty much exactly what you said.
Guy who talks a lot, probably not worth shit.
So is that saying, like, man who doesn't speak as much is fine, or... You know, you could be walking into, like, a serial killer kind of thing.
Another quote. Whatever people may think of my book, I still regret that it ever came to light. She hated the popularity that her book came.
Oh, so she's a victim of the fame, I guess. She didn't want to be in the limelight, she just wanted to write her stories.
She once said that, the quote I was trying to look for is that she's the kind of person who kind of gravitates away towards things that are popular and things that are a bit more modest and not many people know about. She holds onto those a lot more dear or something like that.
Oh, okay, so she loves indie games.
Pretty much. She was the world's first hipster.
God damn it, I was about to say that.
So yeah, Sei Shonagon, Murasaki Shikibu, and Sanashina no Musume. 3 wonderful writers you should probably check out.
Interesting. Now, can I find these at my local Barnes & Noble, or do I have to go searching in the deep mountains for this? Do I have to meditate first?
Well, you're gonna have to go into a deep, dark place that not many people of our stature usually go to.
A library!
Classic literature.
Oh, no! Got some bad flashbacks to that. God, classic literature.
Well, my culture dick is raging hard right now.
Like, you sipping on your tea, pinky out, and it's just like, yes, classic literature.
I prefer her earlier works when she was seen as a starry-eyed fair maiden with the unlimited potential, but in her later works as she neared 50, the darkness in her eyes began to show in her writing, and so it began to take a more dull, blasé feel.
I hated it after she went Hollywood, but her original stuff was so good. Thank you very much.
Hollywood in 1066 AD?
Well, maybe then they could actually, like, wear masks while performing. I don't know. Look, I'm trying to find the modern-day equivalent, okay, of going Hollywood, you know, selling out. It's like while you're reading her passages, you see an ad for, like, Rogaine or something like that. That's the form of selling out.
I got to thinking, back to the Genji Monogatari. And, Genji had a son.
Oh.
I think his name was, Koharu, I think? I forgot what his name was, but, yeah, Genji had a son, and it kind of goes through, his son getting a bit older, going through life, and Genji getting older as well. So I'm thinking, Genji Shippuden.
I'm trying to think of the reference here, or is that just what you initially thought?
Have you seen Naruto?
Oh, okay.
Naruto Shippuden, yeah, or time warp and all that.
Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of it, and I guess it just, right past my head. But, I get it now.
And you call yourself an otaku, what's wrong with you?
Oh, I'm such a failure. One Piece? Fuck it. Naruto? No, fuck it. You know, anything that's longer than 26 episodes, I just can't fathom. And yet somehow I sat through all of Yu-Gi-Oh! With its 2 seasons of filler. Oh my god.
2 seasons? Really? I thought the whole thing was filler.
It's the equivalent of 2 seasons. Like, if you actually count up the amount of time they recap stuff and show flashbacks, it amounts to about a season and a half up to 2 seasons of stuff that you could just cut and not even need.
I remember a Naruto episode where, they were recapping so much they cut to commercial before it was done.
Okay, that's bad. No, but I do remember one episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! And this was the point where I was like, okay, I have to bring this up for when I review it. And I was just thinking, I was like, alright, so this episode, 3/4 of it is stuff we have already seen. Not even one episode ago, we already saw this. And I was just like, okay, the filler has got to be talked about. It has got to be complained about because that is bull. And the thing is, the original, like, manga and the rest of the story, not that terribly long. So the only reason that I could think of that so much filler was added was to fill up another episode slot.
Probably.
I hate that. I hate it when that happens, when they're like, you know what? We don't have enough material for an episode, so let's use snippets from older ones.
That moment when you begin to see anime just peeling apart at the seams, well, my friend, you're just one step closer to being a purist snob like I am.
So wait, if you see the bad stuff, you become a snob, or what are you going with here?
If you see the good stuff, you've had good stuff for a long time, then you see new stuff that turns into bad stuff, well, then you start seeing the good stuff as that much good, and the bad stuff as that much more bad.
Gotcha.
And you realize that people fuck up what was already good, and that they make it worse, and then, well, okay, we're getting to another topic entirely.
Now, just thinking, when you've watched as much shit as I have for my secondary hobby, you know, when I'm not playing video games and talking over Japanese animated cartoons, or just regular cartoons, you see a lot of good and you see a lot of shit. Like a lot of shit. Because I think we're coming to the point where every single facet of our entertainment is becoming creatively bankrupt.
Pretty much.
Because you got Hollywood remaking everything, like Blair Witch is coming as a soon-to-be remake. But then you got stuff like Don't Breathe, and that's what gives me kind of hope that we're not completely out of ideas yet.
I have not seen Don't Breathe, but goddamn am I not a guy who appreciates good horror films.
Yes, me too, man. I haven't seen it yet either, but just looking at it, I'm just going, wow, that's a concept I can get behind. But the thing that kind of, like, not soured it for me, but just kind of made me hesitant, is the fact that the advertisement, you know, those ads you see on YouTube, and there's like a million of them for Don't Breathe at this point. There's probably more political ones now, but anyway, the ones they were saying, it's like, this summer, watch the movie with the biggest twist that people will be talking about on Monday. And I was just thinking, it's selling itself on, like, one plot twist? Is that all you're selling me on? So I thought it was just going to be, like, simplistic.
He can see all this time.
That's what I was thinking, too. It's like, oh my god, the blind guy? He's not blind.
It's easy to fake. Just put on contacts and just take some classes. Yeah. Some acting classes on how to be a blind person, and then...
Exactly. But no, I respect a lot more of the older styles of horror, and something like that I consider, like, old-fashioned good horror. It's like, you got a bit of the stalker element. I'm good for that.
Isolation, mystery, dread, helplessness.
And no pop squares. I actually was really surprised. I saw a few other people on Twitter who had seen it. They're like, that's some good horror. Didn't pop scare me once. I was like, oh, yes!
Jump scares work only in certain conditions. It's a context, you know?
Yeah.
Like a little bit of jump scare goes a long way. But then you go to Drag Me to Hell, and, you know, it's nothing but jump scares. But then again... Drag Me to Hell is all about paranoia and, you know, looking over your shoulder and, you know, knowing that you're going to be dragged to hell at any moment, and so every little fucking thing is going to scare you. So that's the paper-thin context I give the jump scares, but, you know, it's still not bad.
Well, I'm thinking, like, if you have one, maybe two good jump scares in your horror movie, that's fine. As long as you, like, build up to them. And you can obviously see when a jump scare is building. But probably one of the most effective ones is actually... have you ever watched the old Halloweens? Like Michael Myers and all that?
Yeah, you know, it's a sin, and I haven't.
Oh my god, man.
I really fucking want to, though, because I love John Carpenter. I'm starting to look at John Carpenter movies now. I just saw Big Trouble in Little China, fucking loved it, so hey, we're gonna give more of his movies a try.
Now, just imagine this. Okay, we're talking about good horror here, right? So... Right. How about the subliminal stuff? That stuff really works when it gets into your head. So, one of Halloween's biggest triumphs, at least in my opinion, is there are scenes where you see Michael Myers in the background, and then nothing. And then the scene just goes on as normal. Like, there's a scene happening as Michael Myers is running off in the background, and you see him, the audience sees him, and you're like, oh, shit. When's he gonna show up? And then he doesn't, for like 10, 15 more minutes.
Suspense, that's the fifth thing.
Yes! I love suspense! I love when a game is just like, hey, you see this? It'll be here, eventually.
Movie.
Suspense movie. Suspense here movie?
You said suspense. You said game. We're talking about movies, I thought.
Well, it works with any medium, I think.
Yeah, well, yeah. Everybody loves suspense.
Right, and if you're constantly building and then nothing happens, Well, you'll either piss off your audience because there was no payoff, or you get them mere moments later.
Yes, we just have to keep the audience in antissa. So what are we doing now?
I don't know. We've run the gambit. We talked about Go to Horror. We talked about some of your favorite novels, and since I'm illiterate and don't read, I don't think there's much else left that we could do.
You ever read Richard Dawkins?
No. I'm trying to think. What's he best known for?
The God Delusion, The Selfish Gene,
Okay.
The Greatest Show on Earth.
Haven't seen that.
Biological science stuff.
Gotcha.
Pro-evolution, anti-religion, that kind of stuff.
Oh, okay.
Makes me feel good to read. Kind of hard to read, though, because he is not exactly... See, you have people like Carl Sagan and Richard Dawkins and Stephen Hawking. Very, very smart dudes who have done countless research in astrophysics and all that. But when it comes to writing it down, you can tell it's definitely meant for people who have large vocabularies, because it is...
Yeah,
kinda
no
hard,
kidding.
Kind of hard to follow sometimes with the way they structure their sentences. Then you get people like Bill Nye, Christopher Hitchens, and Neil deGrasse Tyson. Reading their shit's a joy.
Or they just like break it down. You know, you had Bill Nye shows teaching you all about science, but he does it in a fun way so you remember it more.
I'm going through Bill Nye's Undeniable, talking about evolution, and, you know, it's stuff I already knew, because I was already on the evolution train, you know, years ago.
Uh-huh.
But just kind of hearing some of the stuff that he's saying and hearing Bill Nye's words, you know, being written, it's always nice to see. It's lovely to hear.
Does he do it in like his old-fashioned vocabulary? Like he talks about velocity. Am I right? Just some like silly words.
He does let the occasional pun slip by.
Well, good. He's keeping with his motif, one that he has crafted in years gone by.
Joy to read. Can't wait to see his Netflix show next year.
Yeah, is that just going to be like a talk show, or are they just gonna sit down and chit chat? What are they going to do?
I think it's going to be some kind of a talk show. Maybe just certain topics about science and all that done in the Bill Nye way.
Well, that'd be kind of interesting.
He's been doing a lot of interviews and a lot of talks and stuff like that. Right now on Big Think, every Tuesday, he answers a question from somebody about something about the universe.
Huh. Yeah, I noticed Bill Nye, like, all of a sudden, he just got big again, and then he just showed up, and now he's here.
Because everybody's like, oh yeah, I remember Bill Nye. Bill Nye's awesome. And Bill Nye was like, well, yes, I am indeed awesome, so I'm going to continue to be awesome. Make sure that climate change doesn't alter anymore. I do love Bill Nye, but you hear him go on those interviews sometimes, and usually what he does is he kind of really stops himself. He just hesitates, and he doesn't really say, Captain America!
I was about to say he's a bit of a droner, but yeah, Captain America!
Whiplash from there, but...
No kidding, ow! Oh, good lord, I think I cracked my jaw on that one. How dare you? So, hey, here at the last 3 minutes of this level. Let's actually talk about it.
Okay.
Had a couple rune challenges. Got a new enemy. That one right there that's dead with the guy in his mouth. That's a Pinky Demon. Pinky Demon. Yeah, if I edit this correctly, you'll see what he looked like in the old games, but these ones, brand new. They have a hard coating, a hard shielding on their body, so you have to hit them from the back.
If there's a Pinky Demon, is there a Thumb Angel?
Oh, God.
Maybe a middle finger human? Oh, wait, we have those. They're called birds!
Shut up. Okay, so we got everything.
You want to put that one say Shotogun quote back up again? Okay, thank you.
Yes, let's bring back the class, quick! We're starting to lose altitude.
So think about the classics. They're always true.
Ooh, is that right? Or are they stranger than fiction? I don't know where I was going with there. Anyway, the entire...
I think you need a second draft there.
Oh, hold on, let me go back and rewrite it. Hey, post me! Come up with a better quote, you idiot! Okay, cool.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, I love it, some high class there. So, anyway, the whole point, the entire point of this thing, this level that we have spoken through and not talked about, because there's only one new demon. As soon as you find out how to kill it, it's nothing. And then you go through a bunch of other demons. Okay, that's fine. But the entire reason that you are here, besides seeing that the Argent facility is absolutely screwed, it is destroyed beyond belief, you needed to get the yellow key so you can get to a tram system to go to where Dr. Samuel Hayden is, the robot guy. We're gonna go meet him in the next level.
Oh, hey, we squeezed an entire level out of that premise. Neat.
Exactly.
Let me just say, I love these fucking map screens, small aside. They're huge, and I can't wait to explore that shit. It's like I want to get this so I can explore all that crap, man.
And that's why I've been showing off the collectibles, such as getting the map, the entire map, because as soon as you're close to a collectible, it'll show up on the map, but only after you've gotten the entirety of the map. You actually have to get that collectible in order for everything to start showing up.
Right.
Because then you're just, filling in the blanks as you reach them. So, not as fun. Oh.
It's just...
Well, speaking of that tram system, we found it. We're at the end of the level.
I wonder if there's one of the throwback levels here is a Doom 3 level.
Yeah. Oh, and then the game crashes. It just starts it up. It's like loading Doom BFG edition level.
Have a PlayStation Now account.
Yeah, my Xbox One shows up as like, do you want to sign up for PlayStation Plus? No! How? How does this happen? Doom 3!
Dude, something's happening. I'm playing Halo 5 on PS4.
Oh, God! Wait, why is Super Mario Maker loading in this Doom screen? Stop! Yay!
Trying to think of... See, I was trying to think of another mismatch, but I was like, oh no, Super Mario World is on my phone, but wait, it actually is.
It can. So, one bad thing about running through that, I actually missed a secret, so I'm gonna go by and get that secret. And the thing is, I have a reason that I missed this. It's actually a well-hidden secret, if you can believe it.
Yeah.
So let's say I'm going back here. If you remember this small segment, I think this is where we started talking about Richard Dawkins for some reason.
Right.
But yeah, if you come all the way up here, see that? You turn around, and it's over here. Look at that.
All right. Okay. Wow. Okay.
That's
Neat.
actually a really well-hidden secret.
Well done. And now it's broken.
I broke the secret. No. Yeah, okay. So that's the last secret we got. And going through the level a second time, you can actually select it after you beat the level. So when you select it a second time, you don't have to get all the collectibles again. But yay! Now we have everything. Next time on Doom, we're going to actually meet Dr. Samuel Hayden. But let's see how quickly I can die. And I'm out of here.
That was quick. That was real quick.
Yeah, one of the rune challenges was defeat 8 enemies, defeat difficult enemies, very fast enemies, and do it with only 1 health.
I'm glad the demons have glory kills, too. It's not just you.
Yeah, that's actually really frightening that the, oops. Shit. Yeah, that imp tore off my arm and beat me with it. That's not very nice, and it seems to be only that imp that keeps getting me.
I got it out for you!
It was that guy, and then I think I got... Oh, yep. Here's the other one. Whew.
Oh, there he goes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no!
Oh! Yeah, that's the other thing about Pinky Demons. They also charge you with that hard coating on them. So it's really hard to get behind them and shoot them, but if you got a chainsaw, easy kill. Wow, I didn't think we were going to make it through that episode, but hey, look, we did it.
And we did. We got some good reading to do. You got some, well, I think that's about it, really. Good books.
So everybody go read a book, or maybe you can find those amazing stories on Kindle? Oh, my cat's meowing.
Go read a fucking book!
Yeah, go read a book. Patient.